big. He thought success would add things to his life. He didn't know it would start by taking things away. And by the time he understood that, it was already too late. He grew up like most of us do, believing that if you study hard, stay honest, and treat people well, life will reward you. That effort equals progress. That sacrifice in school leads to comfort later. That patience eventually brings peace. He wasn't lazy. He wasn't careless. He was just hopeful. He believed success was something you gain. A better job, a better house, a better life. No one told him what it would cost. His life was simple in the beginning. A small house, shared meals, loud family dinners, weekend cricket with friends in the street, long conversations at night about dreams that felt possible. He had plans. He would get a stable job, support his parents, marry someone kind, live with dignity. Nothing extraordinary, just enough. He wasn't chasing luxury. He was chasing security. And for a while, things looked promising. He worked hard in college. While others wasted time, he stayed focused. He skipped trips, missed parties, turned down distractions. He told himself it's temporary, I'll enjoy later. Later became his favorite word. Later I'll rest. Later I'll travel. Later I'll spend more time with family. Later I'll call my friends back. He graduated, got a decent job. The first salary felt like victory. He bought groceries for the house, paid a bill, took his parents out for dinner. He felt proud, useful, important. This is it, he thought. It's starting, but success doesn't arrive with fireworks. It creeps in quietly, and it demands more each time. The job required longer hours, then extra responsibilities, then weekend meetings. He accepted everything. Because that's what ambitious people do, right? They say yes. They prove themselves. They go the extra mile. He wanted growth, promotions, respect, and slowly he began to change. He stopped playing cricket. There wasn't time. He missed a friend's wedding. Work emergency. He postponed family dinners. Deadline. He ignored his own exhaustion. Just a few more years. At first it felt noble. He was sacrificing for a better future. But sacrifice doesn't announce what it's taking from you. It removes things quietly, one by one. His mother would wait for him at dinner. The food would get cold. She would say, "It's okay, Beta. I know you're busy." He would nod, but deep down something felt heavy. He stopped noticing sunsets, stopped noticing laughter, stopped noticing himself. Work became his identity. If he wasn't achieving, he felt worthless. If he wasn't improving, he felt behind. He compared constantly. Colleagues buying cars. Old classmates posting pictures of success. He pushed harder. More hours, more pressure, less sleep. He told himself, this is the price. Everyone pays it, but no one talks about how high the price can be. His father once asked him to sit and talk, just talk. No phones, no rush. He said he was tired. I'll sit this weekend. That weekend never came. Months passed. The promotion finally arrived. A bigger office, a better title, a higher salary. People congratulated him. He smiled. But the smile felt different. He went home late that night. His mother had left food covered on the table. His father was asleep in front of the television. The house felt quieter than before. He stood there holding his promotion letter and felt empty. He told himself it was just fatigue. Success is stressful, he thought. It will feel better soon. But it didn't. With each new achievement, something else slipped away. Friends stopped calling. They assumed he was busy. And he was. He missed birthdays. He forgot anniversaries. He didn't even notice when his closest friends stopped trying. Relationships don't break loudly. They fade quietly. He told himself he would fix everything later. Later again. One night he received a call. His father had collapsed. Nothing dramatic. Just sudden weakness. He rushed to the hospital. Sitting in that white corridor, staring at the floor, he felt smaller than ever. All the meetings, all the emails, all the targets, none of them mattered there. His father survived, but something changed. His father looked older. Fragile. He realized time had moved forward while he was busy chasing it. He began noticing wrinkles he hadn't seen before, gray hair he hadn't paid attention to. He felt guilt, heavy, suffocating guilt. He promised himself he would slow down. But slowing down felt like losing, and he was afraid to lose. That's when the real struggle began. Inside him, two voices. One said, "Keep going, you're building something." The other whispered, "At what cost?" He ignored the whisper. Because ambition is loud. And regret is quiet. The company expanded. More responsibility landed on his shoulders. He became essential, important, unreplaceable. At least that's what he believed. He started waking up anxious, checking emails before brushing his teeth, carrying stress like a second skin. His health began to decline. Headaches, back pain, sleepless nights. He told himself after this project, ill rest. The project ended. Another one began. Success kept moving the finish line. He finally bought a bigger house. The one he dreamed of. Modern kitchen. Spacious rooms. He brought his parents to see it. They smiled. They were proud. But they also looked distant. The house was beautiful. But it didn't feel warm. He spent most nights alone in his office room, laptop glowing in the dark. One evening, his mother quietly said, "You're here, but you're not here." He laughed it off, but the sentence stayed with him. He was physically present, emotionally absent. And then came the turning point. The moment that split his life into before and after. He missed his father's medical appointment. Again, work emergency. When he reached the hospital later that evening, his father was sitting alone, holding his reports, not angry, not shouting, just quiet. That quietness hurt more than any words. On the drive home, his father said softly, "I am proud of you. Just don't forget why you started." That night, he couldn't sleep. He stared at the ceiling and replayed every memory. Street cricket, shared meals, laughter, simple evenings. He realized something painful. Success had required loss. Not because it had to, but because he allowed it. He traded time for money, presence for status, peace for validation. He thought he was climbing, but he was leaving parts of himself behind. The harsh truth hit him slowly. No one forced him to sacrifice everything. He chose it. He said yes every time. He believed that saying no would make him weak, but constant yes made him empty. Success doesn't just take time. It takes attention, energy, relationships, health, and if you're not careful, it takes your identity. He had built a strong career, but a fragile life. He looked successful from the outside. Inside he felt tired, disconnected, lonely. He realized something else. The world doesn't reward you for burning out. It replaces you. Meetings continue, companies move on, deadlines shift to someone else. But the moments you miss with family, they don't come back. That was the truth that hurt. He had been chasing security, but he created distance. He wanted to protect his family, but he was absent from their lives. He thought success meant gaining respect, but he lost closeness. That realization broke him. For a few days he felt lost, confused, almost ashamed. All those years of hard work. For what? But pain can either destroy you or wake you up. He started small. He left work on time one day. It felt strange, uncomfortable, like he was doing something wrong. He turned off his phone during dinner. The first 10 minutes felt awkward. Then conversation slowly returned. He visited his father's next appointment. Sat beside him. No rush. He began saying no at work, politely, firmly. Not to everything, but to what was unnecessary. Some people were surprised. Some were disappointed. But something inside him felt lighter. He understood something powerful. Success is not about avoiding loss. It's about choosing what you are willing to lose. If you want growth, you might lose comfort. If you want discipline, you might lose laziness. If you want respect, you might lose approval. But if you lose your health, your relationships, your peace, the price is too high. He redefined success. Not as position, not as income, but as balance, as alignment, as being present where it matters. He still worked hard. He didn't quit. He didn't give up ambition. He just stopped worshiping it. He learned that every yes needs a reason, and every sacrifice needs a limit. He apologized to his parents, not dramatically, just sincerely. He told his friends he had been distant. Some friendships didn't return. That was another loss. But this time it was conscious. He accepted it. Because growth still requires letting go. But now he was choosing what to release, not blindly. He started waking up without checking emails first. He exercised. He listened more. Spoke less. He noticed sunsets again. Small things. Simple things. He realized success is heavy when you carry it alone, but it feels meaningful when shared. Years later, he looked back. He was still successful, still respected, but now he was also present, calm, connected. He understood something most people learn too late. Success will always demand something. Time, comfort, ego, old habits, sometimes even people. But the real lesson is this: if you don't decide what success costs, it will decide for you. And it rarely chooses wisely. He learned that loss is not the enemy. Unconscious loss is. Sacrifice is not the problem. Blind sacrifice is. Ambition is not dangerous. Attachment to validation is. He had to lose illusions. The illusion that more is always better. The illusion that busy means important. Big. The illusion that rest is weakness. Those were the losses that made him stronger. He didn't become perfect. He still struggled, still felt pressure. But now he paused, reflected, adjusted. He stopped chasing success as a destination. He started building it as a life, and that changed everything. In the end, he learned something simple but heavy. Success is not about how much you gain. It's about what you are willing to give up, and whether you can live peacefully with that choice. He once thought success would add everything to his life. Now he knows. Every level comes with a price. And the real wisdom is knowing what is worth paying for. Because in this life, you will lose something on the way up. Just make sure you don't lose yourself.